Hey guys, welcome to Wrestle Kingdom. Latest news: WWE WrestleMania 41 main events revealed. WWE mocked AEW incident. Hardy Boys vs Dudley Boys for one last time. The Hogan family drama continues. The latest updates on Vince McMahon's General Grant lawsuit and so much more. Starting with WrestleMania 41 main events, CM Punk is officially set to main event WrestleMania 41 in a triple threat match against Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. The announcement was made on this week's episode of WWE SmackDown, as all the three men signed a contract for their showdown. Roman Reigns entered first, receiving cheers from the London crowd before signing the contract. Seth Rollins followed up, reminding Roman Reigns of their history and blaming him for allowing CM Punk into the mix. CM Punk arrived last, joking that he was out of bubble gum and taking his time reviewing the contract. Paul Heyman reassured CM Punk that the contract granted him the main event spot. Seth Rollins was visibly frustrated, believing CM Punk didn't deserve it, as CM Punk thanked the fans. Roman Reigns insisted that CM Punk should be thanking him instead. CM Punk responded with a cryptic remark: "That's not the favor that I'm owed." This will make Roman Reigns' 10th WrestleMania main event and 6th consecutive one, and you would expect Cody Rhodes vs John Cena will headline WrestleMania Night 2. WWE mocks AEW incident. On this week's episode of WWE SmackDown, Drew McIntyre was slammed onto a car windshield by Damian Priest, and according to Drew McIntyre, it was rear glass with shards getting in his eyes. Meanwhile, CM Punk showed no concerns for Drew McIntyre's condition as he walked past him on his way to the ring. Of course, CM Punk and Jack Perry famously got into a backstage altercation over the use of real glass in AEW. Drew McIntyre tweeted, "That was a real glass. It got in my eyes." Bully Ray responded to Matt Hardy's one last match challenge. On a recent edition of Battleground podcast, Matt Hardy discussed having the Hardy Boys face the Dudley Boys for one last time in the ring. He said, "I think we are ready. Are you ready? Myself and Jeff, we are 100% ready. We are up every morning. We are doing ice baths, our cold plunge. We are basting our ass. We are working out. We are trying to stay in tip-top shape. To be middle-aged men, we are ready. We'd love to face the middle-aged Dudleys. So as long as Bully and Devon, they are ready to rock and roll, we are ready at the drop of a dime. We'll put the TNA titles up." Now Bully Ray has responded to the challenge on Twitter. Bully Ray argued that Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy need their final WWE rivals. For one last match, Bully Ray tweeted, "Heard Matt Hardy comments. There is no team left in TNA for the Hardys to wrestle. That's why they call us out. We are 2x TNA champs and the only team in TNA Hall of Fame. Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy can never surpass us. The Hardys needs the Dudleys and they know it." The Hulk Hogan family fight continues. The Hogan family fight have gotten even worse. Linda Hogan, Hulk Hogan's ex-wife, strongly denied Brooke's claims that she abused her as a child. On Facebook, Linda Hogan called Brooke a narcissist and said this selfish behavior runs in their family. She admitted she might have spanked Brooke once and called her names, but said Brooke would have talked about worse abuse sooner if it really happened. Linda Hogan also accused Brooke of being violent, saying Brooke broke her collarbone and cut her lips while drunk. She threatened to sue Brooke if she keeps making these accusations. Brooke Hogan fired back on Instagram with proof that Linda's claims weren't true, including a photo showing Linda Hogan had met Brooke's husband, even though Linda said they hadn't spoken in years. Brooke shared her painful story of cutting ties with her family after years of what she says was abuse and broken trust. She explained she's going to therapy and setting boundaries to protect her own family and stop the cycle of bad behaviors. While Brooke Hogan still loves her parents, she says their action hurts too much, so she had to walk away. This public fight shows how broken the Hulk Hogan family is, with Brooke trying to move forward while Linda keeps defending herself. The latest updates on lawsuit against Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis, and Brock Lesnar. The legal battle between General Grant and Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis, and WWE superstar Brock Lesnar has intensified as Grant's attorney pushed for discovery. They are seeking documents related to Vince McMahon's payments to women WWE sexual harassment policies and travel records of Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis, and Brock Lesnar, who is implicated in Grant's sex trafficking allegations. The lawsuit claims Grant was sexually assaulted by Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis, and that she was offered to Lesnar during his WWE contract negotiations. The defendants, however, oppose discovery, arguing the case should go to private arbitration per their NDA. A judge will now decide whether evidence collection proceeds before ruling on arbitration. John Grant's team maintains she is fighting for justice, while WWE's legal team warns that premature discovery could waste resources if the case is ultimately arbitrated. Brock Lesnar's involvement remains a key focus, as his alleged connection to the trafficking claims adds another layer to the high-profile scandal. El Grande Americano branded an insult to Mexican wrestling in Mexico. The El Grande Americano character continues to drum up controversy after being probably introduced on this week's episode of WWE Raw in Glasgow. A video package hyped up the character as a legendary wrestler from Mexico and referred to the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America. In the latest edition of Wrestling Observer newsletter, it is reported that the character has been received poorly in Mexico and Latin America. El Gran Americano, as played by Chad Gable, defeated Dragon Lee after unmasking Lee, another sign of disrespect with Lucha Libre circles. President Dwayne Johnson The Rock Hulk Hogan believes that Dwayne Johnson The Rock would become President of the United States if WWE's final boss got serious about entering the political ring. Over the years, several polls have suggested that Dwayne Johnson The Rock could go far in politics, and he has said he would consider it if that's what people want. During a recent interview, Hulk Hogan shared his thoughts on Dwayne Johnson The Rock. He said, if he ran, he would probably win. He's got a great following. He's got a built-in audience that's been with him for over 20 years. Back in the day, Hulk Hogan also claimed that he was running for president during his WCW run, though that did not happen. Nick Nemeth, also known as Dolph Ziggler, critiques Goldberg's match against him. Nick Nemeth took to Twitter to criticize Bill Goldberg for their match at WWE SummerSlam 2019. Nick Nemeth claimed that he wasn't interested in the match and felt fortunate to have avoided any injury. This controversy began when Goldberg shared a clip of their match, warning fans to be careful what you ask for, and Nick Nemeth retweeted, or even what no one but Goldberg asked for. When a fan noted that Nick Nemeth was like to share the ring with Goldberg, he replied, "You are free to believe anything you tell yourself, but that doesn't make it correct. Kinda like to have been in a ring with him, and not end up in the hospital is much more accurate though. Thanks for following." And now Friday Night SmackDown. The show kicked off where Randy Orton outlined his plans for Cody Rhodes. Drew McIntyre evaded an RKO attempt from Randy Orton. WWE Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits defeated Brady Dudley. Alba Fire and Pepper Nevin defeated Katana Chance and Karen Carter. LA Knight vs Braun Strowman ended in a no contest due to Jaga Fatu. Naomi attacked BFAB and Machine. Charlotte Flair defeated Machine by submission. Drew McIntyre defeated Randy Orton. Kevin Owens escaped a Randy Orton spun kick. Jamie Uso defeated The Miz. Damian Priest chokeslammed Drew McIntyre onto a car. Roman Reigns, CM Punk and Seth Rollins signed their WrestleMania contract as Paul Heyman revealed they will main event. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more wrestling news and wrestling content.